everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sean.
And we watched a movie.
We did.
We did. It is The Craft Legacy. That's right. The sequel you've been waiting 20 odd years for. To The Craft. That's right.
Yeah, they didn't try and confuse you.
No, they did not. They followed it up. Didn't feel the need to invite anyone back from the first one, which is, I think, for the best.
Yeah, it's a new generation.
It's a new generation. So all new high school girls. Starting with Lily, who is the new girl in school, because there's got to be one.
That's always the case, isn't it?
Yes. She has moved back. Well, not back. I don't think she's ever been there, but her mother grew up here. She has moved back to the same town as the first one. With her mother. So Lily is played by Cailee Spaeny, and her mother, Helen, is played by Michelle Monaghan.
Helen.
I know. Anyways, they've moved back because Helen has a boyfriend. And so they're moving in with him and his copious sons. Too many sons for one house. I don't know. I think it's they like might secretly be the curse. Yeah. There's too many teenage boys under one house. That
Three
could be a whole.
Plus David Duchovny.
Yeah. Who's the biggest boy of them all? Yeah. And he has kind of a weird job in this movie. He's like some sort of masculinity.
He's like a men's rights advocate-ish.
I didn't get that because I was like, he can't possibly be that, or why would any female date that?
Yeah.
Let alone Helen, who seems like,
Seems nice.
Yeah, not that cool. Desperate.
No.
Not David Duchovny desperate, which, ooh. Anyway, so Lily's gonna be the new girl in school. Just probably on her way to almost never making friends. She does get off to a rough start, I will say.
She does.
As rough a start as a young girl could possibly get to.
Yeah.
And yet has the opportunity to have that rough start every month of her life until her uterus gives up and dies.
Happy day.
It will be, yes. We're all looking forward to it. So I guess that sort of makes some... I mean, I feel like a lot of other young women should have maybe rushed to her rescue a little more.
Yeah.
But finally, someone's heart is softened, and she sort of falls in with a gang of 3 teenage girls.
Witches. They're witches.
Well, they want to be.
Yeah.
But they've lacked a fourth. They have lacked a fourth. So this mirrors the first movie quite a bit, where the new girl moves into town and she ends up being a valuable fourth member. Apparently a coven needs at least 4 to succeed.
I think exactly 4, or I guess multiples. They need to cover off the 4 directions and the 4 elements, I think.
Mm-hmm. And so now you're a witchcraft expert, I see.
I have now seen 2 craft movies in the last month, which does make me pretty much an expert.
Well, it makes me every bit an expert as you, and yet you have corrected me. So.
I just feel like
you should mansplain witchcraft to me? That's what you feel like doing today.
Just trying to be specific for the people who might want to follow in this movie's footsteps.
Mm-hmm. And yet will not watch it.
They won't?
Well, you think they won't if you have to tell them about it.
Oh, that's true. Okay, just watch it. You'll learn.
Please. Anyways, as I was saying, she makes 3 new friends. Yes, they're gonna be witches. Spoiler alert!
It's not a spoiler.
So Lourdes is played by Zoe Luna. Frankie, of course, we love, played by Gideon Adlon. We saw her in Blockers and she was really great. Tabby is played by Lovie Simone, and we loved her and hated her as Seela in the Spades. And, well, you already heard about David Duchovny, and I'm sorry. I don't know what they were thinking. I guess the price was right.
They loved him in X-Files.
Okay. Sure.
That's my take.
That is a million years ago.
Yeah,
that is circa the first craft. So.
Correct. It really is.
Yes. So this is directed by the wonderful Zoe Lister-Jones, who we love, of course. Her first film, Band-Aid, was quite fun to watch. She is quite fun to watch on that show, Life in Pieces.
Oh.
Yeah. The lawyer, Colin Hanks' wife.
Oh, yeah, she is fun.
Zoe Lister-Jones, yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good.
She is good, and she's very good at this. So, yeah, this is basically what happens. They find a fourth, and suddenly they really are witches.
Everything
falls into place, and they get powers, and they're teenage girls, so they have a little bit of fun with it.
Yeah.
Until, some stuff starts happening.
Until people start dying, yeah.
Which...
It comes with the territory.
It does. So how did you enjoy it, Sean?
I thought it was pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, it's very straightforward. It's not a long movie. Yeah, I was kind of at the end like, oh, it's over already? But it was.
It was.
And so I think that's a good thing, in a way.
Okay.
It just flew by.
Ooh. For me, I have to say, I feel like this is an improvement on the first, for sure. I just liked these girls better. The 90s version are like goth girls who wanna
they're miserable.
At frogs, and yes, they are.
And these girls are they're fun.
Yeah.
But they're also the good guys.
Yeah.
They're not oh, we're witches, let's ruin people's lives.
No.
They're we have to use our powers responsibly and
That's
stuff.
right. So they're much better intentioned. They're much better people generally. They're much nicer characters. You know what? I never liked Neve Campbell. I always thought she was whiny. And she's not the annoying one in that movie, believe it or not. There are worse ones than Neve Campbell in that first movie. So I was definitely glad not to see her back for this. You didn't really need anyone. You kind of get the loose connection that's there.
Yeah.
But it's unnecessary. They're definitely taking the spirit of the craft. Some might say they have taken the edge off of it. I think they've just lost the grunge factor. And they really haven't made a more populist thing. Of course, that is always what witchcraft has been about, feminism. And that's why men call them witches and hate them for it. And what better way to symbolize that than with
hardly even symbolism.
Poor Lily has her period all over her new high school.
Oh, that's symbolism. I thought you meant David Duchovny.
No, that's not symbolism at all. No, I just mean they are finding themselves and they are enjoying their first powers of womanhood, and who doesn't enjoy that phase? Yeah, and changing some boys for the better.
That's true.
Oh yeah, that's right. Spread your feminism around. The boys who are worth it will catch on.
Yeah, one of these days.
Well, we're talking about boys. This Generation Z, these are a new crop of young men. You are a David Duchovny.
Pretty much.
Era.
That's painful to think, but I can't disagree.
No, that's the thing.
We're kind of just lost.
Give up on them.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, go with the younger guys.
For sure.
They are better. They have
way better, yeah.
Figured a lot of stuff out, at 15.
Yeah.
That I'm still working on.
That's right. You don't know how many times a day I have to punch them just to get through to them.
Yeah.
Anyways, I did really like this movie, and I didn't really think that I would.
I thought it was going to be terrible.
Yeah, and yet here it is. It's kind of smart. It was funny in parts that I didn't really expect it to be funny either. But like I said, because these characters...
They are very likable.
Yes.
And also, it's not whatever the thing was, it was the demon that they're all worshipping. That wasn't the thing with them.
No.
They were just
they're not about being
spending
black.
time together.
Yes.
Going to parties and stuff. Yeah.
That's right.
Having fun.
Yes.
Not trying to what did they do? Oh, they made the Christine Taylor character lose her hair in the first one.
Yeah.
There's not that mean stuff.
No, there's really not that mean stuff.
Which I really liked, yeah.
Yeah, that's me too. I thought this was a fresher and nicer take on witchcraft and what it can be. It doesn't have to be about summoning the dark arts. It can just be about bonding and a ritual and owning your womanhood.
Yeah, and making your crush more woke.
Oh, yeah. Very nice.
Very
nice. Go Timmy.
Teenager's dream.
Timmy, yes. So in honor of this movie, this 90s witch movie that has finally earned itself a sequel, I'm going to talk real quickly about another 90s witch movie that is getting a sequel. Hocus Pocus!
Yay, one of your favorites.
One of my favorites, which way back in 93 when it was released, it apparently flopped. It didn't come out for Halloween. It had a summer release for some reason.
What were they thinking there?
They didn't know. They just didn't give this movie any respect. But it has earned a huge cult following. It airs 87 times in the month of October. Hard to avoid, and why should you avoid it? You should not. It is wonderful.
It is very good. I just watched it last year, I think, for the first time.
Yeah, and it's good. Just cute. It's about these teenagers who reawaken this trio of witches, the Sanderson sisters, and it's tough to reawaken these three. They look nicer than they are, and they don't look that nice, but. Some stuff goes down. So it has finally been confirmed that they are making a sequel. Bette Midler certainly has been stumping for this. She hoped they would get around to it before she was in the grave. She's 74, but still kicking so hard that she apparently kicked Disney Plus right into hiring director and Adam Shankman. So he's going to helm this thing. And all three original actresses are signed up to return.
That's a big deal.
It's a very big deal. So I think these women have stayed friends, and certainly this year they were all getting together. Bette Midler has a charity called the New York Restoration Project, and it's about creating green spaces in cities for underserved communities. So they have their own green spaces. Cause. Yes. So she hosts an annual, she's had this since 95, and she hosts an annual costume party for Halloween as a fundraiser. So this year being 2020, it is not really the year of getting together, unfortunately. So they are hosting something online. It's called In Search of the Sanderson Sisters, a Hocus Pocus Halloween Takeover. So this is going to stream online on Friday, October 30th. All three actresses are going to live stream 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can buy a ticket for just $10. It does stream all over the world, so anyone can get in on this. Also, if you have some spare cash and you always wondered what that dead man's toe smells like, they have a candle for sale for $45 in the gift shop. So check that out. Dead man's toe scent. Please let me know. Please let me know if this is someone. I almost am going to order it just because.
Well.
I want to know. Yes. Yeah. Anyway, so it's a wonderful cause. It's going to be a wonderful show. It's only going to stream this one time because it's a live event. So that's a very exciting thing for fans such as myself. My cousin and I made our own costumes and went as the Sanderson sisters. Of course, we were 2 instead of 3, even though I have 3 sisters. It seems like we had a lot of spare ladies around to fill in that third, and yet it was just the 2 of us. And we probably were not remotely recognizable as them because they were super homemade costumes.
I'm sure you did a great job.
So this year, my Hocus Pocus contribution is that this is my Winnie Pumpkin, which Sean failed to identity.
It's
Didn't
true.
Even know that this was hair.
I didn't.
Obviously.
It obviously is now.
Always is in retrospect, eh?
Wow.
For men. Yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, so revisit Hocus Pocus. If you don't, visit it for the first time, revisit for the millionth. It's always a fun movie. And don't be afraid to check out The Craft Legacy. It is available by home premiere because it's one of those movies meant for the big screen, but instead it is beaming into your living room, perfectly timed for Halloween. And since the big parties are out, why not spend a little extra cash since you're saving it all on candy this year? And treat yourself to witchcraft in the 21st century, which is kind of a treat in itself.
It is. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
The future is bright.
Ooh, I like that. Thanks for watching, everyone. Happy witching hour. Bye.